Hey there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Thank you for coming back to the Not Too Shabby YouTube channel for a new card making video. Today I am creating a shaker card with a lemon for the background of my shaker, and I'm using products from the July box of the month. So first I wanted to share with you the sketch I made in my card maker sketchbook so that I could create multiple cards using products from the July box of the month, which includes a cupcake stamp set that's really cute. I actually have already made 3 cards with this set, and so I wanted to show them to you here. It uses the products from the box, including the stamp set and the sketch that I made, which is also the basis of today's card. So I turned that sketch into a shaker. The paper I'm using is that Irresistible Delights, and this is the pattern I picked to use. I'm going to use the side with the flowers, and I cut that down so it is 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. Then I'm die cutting out the center with a circle die, which will create a window. I used another die together with that original circle die to create a frame, which will get glued down to the front. And on the back of my panel, I'm gluing a window sheet, which is the start of my shaker card. Now for the background, I am coloring a lemon slice. So I took that original die that cut out the window and I'm tracing around the outer edge with a pencil. And that's going to make sure that I color my lemon in the right spot to create the shaker. I also kind of tried to eyeball the center for this. You could use a ruler. I never do well with a ruler. I do much better eyeballing it. So that's what I did. I have 3 different Copic markers here to color out my lemon slices. And you can see I'm leaving a space on the top and the bottom of my little lemon section. And that's the white space. And I'm going to need white space in between each of my sections as well. So inside of that triangle, I'm just doing a flicking motion. And when you're kind of uncertain about doing something like this, it's always better to go light and then come back in and fill it in more, and you can go a second or even third time if you need to. So that's what I recommend. Do it lightly, come back, fill it in. But you can see these triangles are really easy just to flick in the color. I chose 3 different shades of yellow for mine. I really just wanted a little bit of shading there in the center, and I wanted to warm it up a little bit to kind of match the flowers in my background paper. Although I know the lemon slice is much brighter, but a lemon slice would be much brighter in real life than the flowers, right? That's what I'm going with. All right, so I'm filling in the last one right here. Also, don't worry about these sections being the same width, because in real life they're not either, and they don't have perfect edges. They're a little wavy. Sometimes they're a little squished. So it's like the perfect thing to draw and like dip your toe into doing something with your alcohol markers that you might not normally do. Like normally we're coloring in something that has lines. This is like drawing your own thing, which to be honest with you, I don't do very often. I don't consider myself a Copic coloring expert. I just love to play. So I highly recommend giving this a try if you want to dip your toe into doing something like this. I finished it off with some highlights with a white gel pen. I think it helps it look a little bit wet and a little bit more realistic. So there you go. I don't have to worry about like the rind because it's going to go behind my shaker panel, which by the way, I went all the way around with some foam tape and made sure all of that was touching on all the sides so nothing can escape, because I am going to use a mixture here. I've got clay bits, I have confetti, and I have some tiny little beads. So I thought this was a really fun way to fill this up. It's a big space and I love the variety in there. So the beads also are going to act as a mover. They're going to help scoot around all those other pieces. So now I added some liquid glue on the back of my foam tape because I'm really particular about my cards sticking well. And then I added my lemon slice. Remember, I drew on this paper so I would know exactly where that lemon slice was, which made it easy for me to put together. We're going to embellish the outside of the card with this ephemera pack that comes in the box of the month. It's like all these Irresistible Delight treats. There is a lemon tree and like a lemon branch, but mostly it's like pies and cakes. It is so cute. So what I'm doing is covering this with clear embossing ink and clear embossing powder. Just pressing that whole thing right into the pad and then sprinkling on clear powder. Now, when this is wet, you can do a second layer when it's still hot, and that powder will stick to it, and you can build up your clear embossing powder, and it gives this kind of enameled look. So I'm going to do that 2 more times, and if you felt like it wasn't really sticking, you could always, when it's cool, press it back into the embossing ink and do another layer. I just did 3, but you could do more if you wanted, and you can also get super thick embossing powder that would maybe not take as many layers, or just take 1 layer. So look for that. I didn't use that. I just used whatever clear embossing powder I had in my stash. And then I'm bringing in a Trinity Stamps stamp set. Now I know some Trinity Stamps products are available in the Not Too Shabby shop. So you can check that out when you go to their website. Just click the stamps tab, and then all the companies are going to pop up, and you can scroll down and pick from other companies, including Trinity Stamps, and see what the Not Too Shabby shop has available. So this had "You're the Zest" in it, which I loved, and I thought it was really cute because each of these words cuts out individually. I could have it just kind of curve around my little lemon slice shaker window. So that's the outside of the card. But when I cut the pattern paper down to fit the card front, I have scraps of pattern paper, and I always think it's fun to use those on the inside of the card for a little embellishment. Plus, I have more ephemera pieces. You know, there's a ton that come in these boxes. So I picked out a slice of cake that might look like it came from the cake on the outside of the card. And then I did bring in the clear stamp of the month called Hello Cupcake. Look at those cupcakes. They are so super cute. And then I'm going to use a sentiment that says, "Happy birthday. May it be filled with all your favorite things." I love that sentiment. So that's what I'm going to use. You can see that this is a really fun sentiment for birthdays, but there's other sentiments in there for other occasions. So it's a really nice and versatile stamp set. So there we go. There's the inside of the card, and look at that lemon slice. I'm so in love with it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments below if you would attempt doing this lemon slice, or maybe you're like a real expert in drawing your own things with Copic markers. I don't know. All right, so here are those 3 cards I did with the cupcake stamp set as part of our July release hop video. I thought I would show them to you here. I know that green cupcake card has vellum with adhesive showing. I did fix that. I put a green circle there instead. So I just wanted you to see some other ideas with the little sketch that I made, and I hope you enjoyed this video today. If so, give it a thumbs up, and come find Not Too Shabby on Instagram and Facebook too. We'd love to see you there. I'll see you all again very soon. Happy stamping. Bye.